So I know, okay, so it's been a lot of stuff going on in the media. And we kind of been talking about it offline, and we decided like we was gonna jump into it like everybody else
I was
today.
like, Titania, girl, we got to record on this. I know we don't talk about hot topics, but baby,
Listen, who's to say we don't? It's just we just kind of go with the flow, and this is what we needed to get into.
I was just gonna get right into it. Cat got
Go ahead, you
everybody
say you.
together. Okay. Cat got everybody together. Okay. I was
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
Cat say, look at here. If I didn't send for you, don't come calling my name now.
I don't know. He sent for some people though. He said,
That's only because they sent for him first. If you didn't say
did
my
they,
name, then I wouldn't be
did
up
they
on
really?
here.
Did they
If you go
really?
back to them interviews, Kat said, "Look, this is a place of truth," and
Mm,
I decided to come on here and tell my truth. And I was watching it live because I had already had it set because I just saw Kat and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good interview." So
right.
I had set the notification to notify me when it premiered.
Mhm.
Child, I got 3 minutes in that thing. I said, "Oh."
He came out the gate swinging.
He came out the gate swinging. I mean, and because I watched it at the premiere, I hadn't even seen anybody else's response to it.
Mm.
So the next thing I know, in my group messages, they like, y'all seen? At that point, I was just watching it. I hadn't seen nobody on text message. I was like, baby, he did not come to play today.
He did not. I was like, why is he doing it? But I hadn't seen anybody come after him. So I mean, I don't say I don't follow him like that. I am a fan of his. You know, I enjoy his comedy. It's funny. But I didn't know they were coming after him like
Well,
that. So
let's just say I don't think he came after anybody. He was correcting the
you don't?
stories. No, I don't.
Oh,
I think he corrected the stories that had been told to
okay.
tell
I can agree
his
with that.
side of the story. I don't think he came after anybody. It's just like it's just like you going on an interview and telling the story and I'm sitting at home watching. I'm like, no,
That ain't what happened.
that ain't how that worked. And so since my name was in the story, I'm like, hey people, can I come on and tell my side of the story? I think that's kind of, I think that's kind of what happened. But it depends on if you're a fan of Steve Harvey, if you're a fan of Ricky Smiley, or if you're a fan of
Kevin
Cedric the
Hart.
Entertainer, then you're gonna feel some kind of way about it. I
Mm.
mean, I'm a fan of all of them. I don't care either way. I mean, they don't put no money in my
Right.
pocket, so I really don't care.
And don't.
But it was coming. I baby boy, hey, baby, listen. I have got some sayings from watching that. Okay. And I have been using them. Okay. It's one he said about, and then I can't believe you attaching yourself with these losers. It's something he said. I was just like, this is too much for my soul.
It was hilarious. At first, okay, so at first I was like, okay, this is funny. And then I was like, why is he spewing this venom? But then I realized like that's not true. He's not spewing venom. Truth is not venom. You know what I'm saying? He is
Mm-hmm.
not angry. He
Mm-hmm.
is just correcting the thing. And I'm a fan of all of them. I'm a fan of Uncle Steve. Like I call him Uncle Steve. I listen to his morning
Mm-hmm.
show. I'm a fan of Kevin Hart. Oh wait, I gotta digress. Did I tell you about the time I failed at the Kevin Hart concert? No, I did
No.
not. We'll get back to that.
Did I tell you
That's
about the
what,
time I left the Steve Harvey concert because he wasn't funny? Did I tell you about
oh,
that?
oh my God.
That's why I was like, Cat kind of on something.
Uh-oh. But I used to go to a lot of like Family Feud tapings. And I mean, you know what? Okay, I wouldn't say he was funny. I would say he was more inspirational than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Yes,
we got a
I
few
think
cackalackles in.
and this was years ago. He had a show in Atlanta, and me and some of my friends went, and yeah, and we were just like, we left because we were like, this is not funny. I mean,
Mm-mm.
this was some years ago, at least 10 plus years ago, and we left. We were like, yeah, that's not funny. So when this came out in our text group, they were like, you remember that time we left because he wasn't like, yeah, I
Dang.
do remember that. But yeah, I definitely think he's answer. I think he's funny with other people. Is like so on something like a Family Feud, he's funny because he can feed off of that. But go ahead, tell your story.
No, 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 was that. I just used to go to a couple of Family Feud tapings, and I will say, thinking back, he was more inspirational than he was funny. Now we did have a couple funny moments, but he was more inspirational than funny. So
Got you. Okay. Yeah, you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I don't listen to any of them on the regular. Now, I guess the one that I do listen to on the regular would probably be DL.
I
I
like
stopped
DL.
listening. I stopped listening to Steve's radio station a long time ago because I just didn't. If you weren't famous, I didn't like how he dismissed people when he said their name wrong. It's kind of like you're not famous, so it don't matter if I say your name wrong. So and he
That's
did
not
that on a
cool.
couple. Yeah, he did that on a couple occasions. I was just like, yeah, don't like that. So I haven't listened to him in
Mm,
years. And
okay.
then Ricky, Chad, I love Ricky, but Ricky would keep me on an emotional roller coaster. And I said, Chad, I can't ride this emotional roller coaster with you in the morning time like this. Let's just
Emotional roller coaster. How I used to listen to him, especially when the Brat came on. I really liked the Brat on his show. I haven't
yes,
listened to him in a
yeah.
while, and I used to listen to him on Drive Town Traffic and stuff.
hmm
But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
I
even trying to.
loved it. Yeah, I loved it when the brat came on. Yeah, when the
Mm-hmm.
brat came on. But yeah, if something happened, he would just be on an emotional roller coaster. Like I just and but then again, I changed my morning routine. I don't listen to nobody in the morning time. So there's
Mm.
that. But yeah, DL comes on in the afternoon. And normally when I'm in Alabama, I'll listen to DL. That's only because I'm typically in the car with my mother and she has it on, and that's typically why I listen to DL then.
Give me a second. Is this sunshine looking crazy? It's just shining on in. Is it looking crazy?
No, I see. I mean, you have the light on you, but it don't necessarily look crazy.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. So
But
yeah.
yeah, but oh, Cat broke the internet, honey. Now the thing, okay, so I was rolling with him. I was rolling with him, and then he said he reads 3,000 books a year.
Hey, when he said that, I said, my
Yes,
boy, did you mean that?
sir, like your
I said, now that
credibility.
one might be. I mean, but I'm not gonna discredit all he said because he said he read 3,000 books. I need to understand what kind of books these are. You know what I mean? They may
I
not.
mean,
They may be a 2-page book. He might.
they could be a little short. They could be a little shorts. I don't know.
That that part. Them little golden books we used to get back in the day. He might be reading them. I don't know. But
But
yeah, he
still, he
said
should have
that.
said that
I
because
was
the
like, yeah,
credibility.
yeah. Now, come on, that cat. 3,000 books. Is that what you meant to say?
Yeah,
But I do think he dropped some major gems in there when if
he
people
did.
get past, what he was saying. I feel like he dropped some major gems, especially when he talked about the whole Ice Cube and people saying that Ice Cube doesn't pay. But this
Yes,
man
I
is
like that.
funding this out of his pocket.
Pocket,
Like,
right? Exactly.
hello.
Right.
I don't know. And I think the more I kind of not necessarily, I guess, thought about the whole with Taraji saying, not getting paid, I just realized that they people with jobs. They employees just like everybody else's employees.
Yeah.
Um, and it's a whole bunch of people out here not getting paid what they're supposed to be getting paid. So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, how am I supposed to feel? I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Cause y'all
Did you
went up a
see?
lot. Y'all went up over this with Monique. I was with Monique. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was with, yeah. I mean,
what
yeah.
we
I mean,
doing?
maybe not her delivery, but yeah, I was with her too. Like, that's not the disparity is really, it's gross. It's disgusting. Did you see the disparity between her Benjamin Button performance or her Benjamin Button pay versus
Mhm.
the other dude's pay?
Yeah.
I was like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know that business, so I don't know how to negotiate. But if somebody keep telling me on my next project, on my next project, on my next project, I'm like, look at here. I done delivered all these projects. We not finna next project. I need my money now.
That really sounds like a corporate. That really sounds like a corporate stuff because that's
Mhm.
what they used to tell me all the time.
Yes, yes.
Train this one last person. Make sure you keep your numbers up, and then you know what
Right.
I mean.
Right. You're not gonna keep
No,
dangling this carrot over my head. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But let's talk about how Cat broke the internet. He said in the interview because I went back and rewatched it. And I thought I hadn't watched the whole thing, but I did. And he said after this, he was like, "I'm gonna after I establish you as the truth, like as this a platform as a truth platform, it's gonna break the internet. Everybody gonna double back, and he has definitely broken the internet. Like
hmm
that is by far his most popular interview. Like when I texted you yesterday, it was at 20 million, but today it's at like at least 30 million and
Oh wow.
counting.
Oh wow. I need
Yeah.
these people to go read up on some infinite banking or some insurance policies or some. Cat needs to talk about some insurance so these people can get on it. I'm like, y'all spending all y'all time doing this? Now, granted, I did watch it. I watched it. I watched it live. But I'm gonna need y'all to take this same kind of with some stuff we can really do something with.
Yeah, I know that's yeah, I feel you there. They say, girl, hold on. You sounded like listen, you sound like me with some of my people. They be like, oh my God, you always talking about stocks or something, something that, not funny. I'm like,
Something not funny. That's funny.
something not like I always want to do something educational. Excuse me, to help improve our lives.
Right.
I just want to say nothing else, but listen.